everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is inspired by a picture that was sent to me from a friend of mine, and I will hopefully remember to post it this time because I didn't in my last video, so in case anybody noticed that, I'm sorry. But yes, it was just a black smoky eye with a lot of shimmer in it. I'm looking at it right now. This is what I had right next to me in order while I was doing it to make sure I was similar. So this is my best version of that picture, so I hope it helps and it's fun. I mean, everybody needs to know how to do a shimmer black eye at some point in their life, right? Right. So anyway, yeah, I use a lot of new products and I hope you enjoy. I hope it's helpful, and please subscribe, please like as usual, and see you soon.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, here we go. So first, I've already primed my skin with Maybelline's Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser all over. Then I'm going in with this Mitchell & Peach Fine Radiance Face Oil. I'm putting it on my T-zone, basically to kind of hydrate my face that gets really dry. It came in my Ipsy bag, along with this Glam Glow eye paste stuff that's really hard to open. Yeah, you put it all over your eyes, around your eye sockets, like so, and you had to leave it there for 3 minutes. So that's what I did. It was just kind of a primer basic thing. It was like, it actually kind of burned a little bit when I had it on, so waited 3 minutes and then wiped it off with a damp tissue. It's supposed to help the skin, I guess, prime the eyelids for all the makeup that we're getting put on, but I honestly didn't really see that much of a difference, and it kind of irritated my skin a little bit, so. Next, I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm using this eyeshadow primer potion from Urban Decay. I'm using the color Sin, and the reason I'm using this one is because it's really shimmery, as you can tell. It's just a base primer, don't have to use it. I just knew because it was a shiny eye look that it might help have the base. And then I'm gonna go in with my new favorite foundation for the time being. It's L'Oreal True Match, and my color today is N12, so it's neutral. And I'm just gonna apply that with a Real Techniques brush, Airwear. I don't think I've done my eyebrows on camera yet, so I'm just gonna quickly do my eyebrows for you. I'm using an Anastasia brush, I think it's number 12. And I'm using the Diprow in Taupe for my eyebrows, and I'm literally just going back and forth from putting a little bit on to brushing it out, putting it on, brushing it out. There you go, you can see the difference between one done, one not. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, focusing on keeping the product on the bottom part of the arch and brushing it up. So I'm going to take my HD Concealer by NYX in the color 02, and I'm just going to define the eyebrow. Since this is kind of a very intense eye look, I figured it would be appropriate to make a defined eyebrow. Not necessary though. For the first transition color, I'm going into my Naked 2 Basics palette, and I'm using the color Stark. It's kind of just like this orangey brown color all over the lid for a base. And then I'm going to go back in the same palette. I'm taking the color Undone, and I'm just going to put that in my crease, and it's going to be my second transition color so that we get ready for the actual pigment that's going on to make that silvery look. Making sure to bring it underneath the eye as well to kind of round everything out. So now I'm going to start right in with the pigment of the day. I am using an e.l.f. shadow called Socialite. It's a mineral eyeshadow, and I'm going to put that basically all over the lid, concentrating mostly on the outer corner, through the crease, and then a little bit in the inner tear duct. Once I have enough on there, I kind of bring it onto the middle of my lid as well, but I want to keep that relatively clean. That's going to be kind of the brighter area, so I don't want to put on as much in the center as I do on that edge, that outer triangle. And once I've got enough product on there that I want, I'm taking a clean brush, blending brush, it's an e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to blend out those harsh lines. To add a little bit more color, I'm going to go back into that Naked 2 palette, the dark Undone color, and I'm just creating a little bit more definition in that outer triangle area and down in the crease. To make the center of the eyes pop, the inner tear duct, as well as highlighting the brow bone, I am using this Infallible color eyeshadow, Iced Latte, and I just put that right on the arch of my eyebrow. After the light shadow goes on, you might choose to go back in and darken up the eye again, which is what I'm doing, just using the same two colors from before. This color is going to give us that nice shine. It's called Maui Wowi. It's a single shadow from Urban Decay. And I'm just taking my finger and just kind of pushing that onto the center of the eyelid. And I'm just going to go back in with some dark shadows so that we don't lose the intensity of the black from the shimmer. Next, it's eyeliner time. I am using, what am I using? I am using 171 Blackest Black. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer liner, and I'm just going to line my eyelash line and create a wing. Since this is really dramatic, I'm going pretty high with the wing, but just do whatever you're comfortable doing. I'm sorry you can't really see this part really well. I was in a zone, but after I'm done with the bottom lash line, I'm just going to take an angled brush and smudge it out. That's why I didn't really care too much that it wasn't perfect on the bottom, because I knew I was going to smudge it out. And then taking the same brush that you used for your eyeshadow, you're just going to go over that bottom lash line with that powder and smudge it out even more. Don't worry about putting any extra product on there, just go ahead and smudge it with what's already on the brush. We're going to use some intense lashes, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this mascara. It's the Colossal Volume Express in Cat Eyes by Maybelline, just to darken the lashes. And before I go in with those lashes, I'm going to do the rest of my face. This is the reason why I waited to do the rest of my foundation, because the eyeshadow really kind of dripped down some of the glitter. So I'm going to try and cover that up. When you're doing any dark shadows like this, it's probably best to wait to do your full foundation until your shadow is done. So I'm using the same highlighter I did for my eyebrows. I did the NYX HD Concealer, putting them underneath my eyes, and I'm using a setting brush from Real Techniques to rub this in. I actually wet the brush a little bit to make this easier to use because I feel like it dries really fast, so that brush is slightly damp. Then, using my Anastasia contour kit, I'm going in and setting those under eyes with the banana powder, T-zone and underneath my eyes. Then I'm going to go in with this contour brush from Real Techniques, and I'm using the middle shade, and I am just contouring my cheekbones, around my forehead, down my nose, just giving myself a little bit more definition. To set my face, I'm taking a big fluffy brush from Eco Tools. I think I got it at Target, and I am taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Press Powder in 005 to set the rest of my face. After that is done, this blush I'm using is a Fit Me blush. I think it's the color Light Mauve, and I'm using a Revlon brush to set that down. For my highlight, I'm using the color Honeymoon from Hard Candy in the same setting brush and just touching the tops of my cheeks. This is my first time using these, and I'm so excited. I already have one side done, as you can see, so what I'm doing is applying the lash glue adhesive and blowing on that baby, usually waiting about 45 seconds before trying to apply. I did not wait as long when I tried to put these guys on, and I should have, because they are 10 times harder to put on when the glue is not tacky, but I really liked them. And when they were finally on, I just went back over with the same gel eyeliner I used before to fill in any holes that the lash band didn't cover. And we're good! So I'm pretty sure that this is not what it's supposed to be, but it's a NYX setting spray, and I'm spraying one of my brushes to get it a little bit moist so that I can use the same Maui Wowi color to add a little bit more shine to the center of the lid. I actually wish that I hadn't done this because it ended up dropping a lot of that pigment onto the eyelashes, so the eyelashes were really shiny, which I didn't really care for, so in the future I won't do that. This lip liner is from Urban Decay. It's a 24/7 glide-on lip pencil in the color Rush. I love it, and I'm outlining and filling in my entire lip. As a gloss to go over this, I'm just using one of my old school lip glosses. It's a Victoria's Secret one. It's some sort of berry color. I don't think they even sell it anymore, so I'm so sorry, but I'm just not even gonna bother telling you the color. Pretty sure they don't sell it. And we're done. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you feel comfortable enough to try this on your own self. So please like, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching again, and we will see you later.
I can make the bad guys good for a weekend. Who is she? I get drunk leave, cause darling I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. Someone's gonna be forever, and I'll write your name. Elvis Duran. Tell me something I need to know, and take my breath and I see you, everybody's been.
Yeah. And that's all.